easier to use. Okay, on the next sheet, we already discussed about how to type the table. Like this is the perfect example of nested function. Nested function is something when we are going to use functions inside the function. At the upcoming sheets, upcoming assignment or module, we are going to cover this thing, the nested function. But this assignment need to be done right on the. So anyone have any clue how can we do it? Like there are lots of person who want to learn advanced. Here I type 5. So there is a 5 into 1 is equal to 5. 5 into 2 is equal to 10. How we are going to do it in this table, in this range? For example, I just type 3. So I need here 3 into 1 is equal to 3. 3 into 2 is equal to 10, 6, and so on. In the last of yesterday's module, we are discussing this thing only for 5, like example 3. I want to 3 tables, so 3, 9, 3, 6, 9, 12. This thing. Today we are going to learn how to use multiple functions at the same time. For example, if I type here 2, so okay. For example, I am just taking 5. So what I am expecting 5 into 1 is equal to 5. 5 into 2, or again this thing 5, then space, then x, or is equal to sign, then space, then 2, then sorry 3, then is equal to sign, or then 15. This thing. So there are lots of things like first number, then space, then another text, then space, then another number, then space. So you can see inside of number or space or string, we are using two categories: the string one also and the calculations also. So how we can find 5 here, like 5. If I type 5, then I'll drag it. We yesterday this thing, I'll drag it. What will come? Anyone want to guess what will come? If I just drag it there, 5. 0 है.
5 is a
क्यों? ठीक. यहाँ पे just because we just type 5 or and we drag it, we didn't give any kind of reference or anything. So whenever I type here example 10, it will not change. So ये one time के लिए it is good if we can write only 5 into 1 these things. Like example, I'm just changing here 11. So 11 table will become. So it should be 11, 11, 11. इसके लिए we are going to use cell referencing. Cell referencing of what is equal to sign. Then this one, which one? B8. Then I press enter. Now I'll drag one more time. What will come? It will come 11, then 0, 0, 0, 0. Just because there is the cell reference. Like when I go and edit this one, the reference is B8. Then I drag here. Then reference is B9. Then B10. Then B11, B12, and so on. You can see I just give the reference of B8. When I drag down, the reference is also changing. So this is the best example of relative cell reference. We discussed this thing in yesterday's class. This is the best example of relative reference. Now we need to fix. So what we are going to do? We need here 11, 11, 11. So we are going to use another kind of cell reference. B8, but B8 should be fixed. For using fixed thing, I need to put the dollar symbol, or I can manually type the dollar symbol here, or another hand, I use only F4 key, function fourth key F4 to change the cell referencing. Like this is now B8 is absolute cell reference because it fixed both column also and as well as row also. When I press again, only row is fixed and column is unfixed. Then column is fixed, row is unfixed. You can see the dollar sign is just moving around. The dollar sign is changing. Like I just fix B8 and then press enter. Now when I just drag it, what will come?
11.
11.
Cube.
Fix
Because just we fix the column and row, so we fix the cell. That is why the 11 is fixed. Now one portion is solved. That 5, 5, 5, and 5. Now we need 5 with space and x and space. Okay. So what we are going to do? First, we are going to use another function which is used to combine the text. Anyone want to guess which is the function? Concatenate. Okay, concatenate join several text string into one string, and we want this one into one cell. So concatenate. First we use text. Which is the text? 11, 11, 11. So I can give the reference of this one. Then comma. When we are typing text or string inside a function, we need another kind of operator like semicolon. So just start double inverted comma, then space, then x, then space. We want this thing. Now we close the string function. Okay, I need only this thing as a string. So 11, then space, then x, then space. Now close the concatenate function and enter. Now it will come 11 space x, 11 space x. Okay, is it clear? Which any kind of confusion or something you want to ask?
Show it again, please.
Anything you ask?
Please show this calculation again.
Okay. So is it not clear to you or something?
Not clear yet.
Okay, wait. I'll just repeat it. Okay, I'll do this thing at several times so you can do in this column. Okay, like I need 11 into 11 space x. Okay, for example, I'm just changing here 3. So it will come 3 space x and space because I want the 3 into 1 is equal to 3. So we separated the number as well as string also. I'll use this function again in here. So function was concatenate. Concatenate function is used to combine two or more than two text, multiple text into one text. Okay, for example, I type here Vikas, my name Vikas Kumar and Jha. I need this Vikas Kumar Jha into one cell. So I'll use is equal to concatenate, then tab, then this one, comma, this one, comma, this one. Self-referencing. Okay, so I gave 3 text. It is combined into one text. It will show Vikas Kumar Jha. Okay, if I type A, then B, then C, it will change. Okay, now I want Vikas, then space, then Kumar, then space. So I need to give them the space also. Space is a string. Space we consider as a string. So I need A space B space C. So what I am going to do inside the concatenate function, I'll type a manual string, not a cell reference. So any string like A, B, C, D, space or anything you want to write inside the function, inside the argument also, you can type only in inverted comma, double quotes, space, then double quotes and comma. Then you can see A space B without space C. So then I need this space after B also. I'll go double quotes, space, then double quotes, and separate the argument by comma and enter. Now you can see A space B space C. When I type here Vikas, Kumar, and Jha. Now you can see Vikas space Kumar space Jha. So that space is same I use here. Concatenate B5, I5, 3 and space X and space. Okay. Now it's clear. Okay, now we need 1, 2, 3 and so on. So what is the function used to print 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3 is something. If I count here, it is 1. When I count here from there, but it is 2. Then these things 3, 4, 5, and so on. Okay. Anyone have any option when how I can print 1, 2, 3 by using functions? You can see here, if I use a function name as row, it will show how many rows are there. So how many rows are there? 1, then 1, then 1. Okay. So I'll use row function. Row and reference is something like this one. This one, it could be anything. I'll type here. So it shows the 5th row is here. When I drag 6, 7, 8. Okay, but it shows what is the row number. It is show what is the row number. For example, I put here is equal to row function and reference will be this one. So what will be the row? 25. Here you can see 25. It will show 25. Okay, but we want separately. We want 1, 2, 3 instead of row number. So what we are going to do? We are going to use a function which can include multiple rows. So as we know, row is a singular and we will use rows function. Rows function, it will return the number of rows in a reference. So row in a reference, for example, I use this one, or I can't give the cell. I need to give the array or range. So I'll give this one D5 to D5. Okay, D5 to D5. Then close. It will come 1. When I drag the option, what will come?
3.
Why? D7 just because of relative cell reference. So I need to fix one and unfix another one. So I'll just click here at D5 and fix. Okay. Now when I press here, so it always, for example, this one, if you are not able to understand, I use reference is changed D6, then D7, then D8, D9, and so on. If I fix first one, so it always comes from D5 to where? D5 to D5, then it goes D5 to D6, D7, D8, and D9. So it will go like so on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, is it clear? I'm going to use concatenate function in this column again. Is it clear to you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Might be possible it is clear to you because we discussed cell referencing. Now we are going to use concatenate function again because we want 3 space x space then 1, 2, 3 and then space something. Like we are going to use is equal to concatenate function, concatenate, then next one is my 3 space x. So I just select this cell, then comma. What is my next thing? This one. Then another is space is equal to sign, then space. Then what we are going to use? Double quotes. Inside the double quotes, space is equal to symbol, then space, and close the double quotes. Then it show 3 into 1 is equal to, or I'll just drag from here. It show 3 into 1 like this one. I'll change 10. So it show 10 into 1 is equal to. Now I need to convert 5, 10, 15. The logic of 5, 10, 15 or so I'll type 2 here for checking. So it comes out of the formula 2 into 1, 2 into 2, 2 into 4. So at the last I need only one thing. What thing? That the logic is, wait a few seconds. The logic is I need this one 2 into 1 here. So what I'm going to use is equal to symbol. This cell this cell into this cell. Okay. So it comes 1. It's changing time to time. So is the option 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now if I'm going to use concatenate function is equal to concatenate again. Okay, I'm using concatenate several times because to explain you. I'll do in only one cell also. Okay, I'll do after this thing, I'll do only one cell. By combining the concept is if you want to use a function in one cell, first of all, you need to use multiple cell or multiple column to understand what is the output is coming after each something. Then you can combine the function or combine the formula. Or if you are expert or you have a good knowledge of Excel, you can directly work in one cell. It can be combined to one cell. Concatenate this thing, comma, this one. Okay, now the final product is 2 into 1 is equal to 2 and so on. Is there any doubt in all things? Because I'm going to do in only one cell. So formula can be big, but the logic is same. And formula I'm going to use because same things. Anything you want to ask from online session? Okay, now I'm going to combine all functions inside one cell. Just have a look. Is equal to concatenate. First, if I'm going to use first time, how I'll go? Next, I want this one, and something need to be in my mind. If I drag here, so it will come 200. So I need to jump on there. Here I just fix things. So now it will come concatenate this one. Then I'll do this one at the same time. So what is this? This I already print. So 2 will come. Now I need in double quote space multiply sign or X space and close the string. And next string was I want this one. How I printed this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I used a function named as rows. So is equal to rows. Rows. Now I need to select an array. When I drag there, only one was there, or there was only 5. When I do use row function, it show me the row number. When I use rows and unfix the cells, it will show me only one row are there just because of relative cell reference. Now I give the reference of this one from this one C5 to C5, and I need to fix the first C5 because I'm going to drag it or it will change time to time. So right now I need to fix C5. Now another text was I printed there 2 space 1 into 1. Now I need space is equal to sign then space. I'll do space symbol of is equal to then space then close the string. Now I want 2, 4, 6, 8 and this thing. How I'm going to do this one? Fix into symbol of into or use the rows function again. A rows function I already used this thing. So I'll just copy from here, copy by Control C and click here and paste it. Now close the parentheses and enter it. Now we can see 2 into 1, 2 into 2, all things are there and all combine it one function. Okay, the process of doing this thing or why I'm showing this thing, it can be when I hide this thing. If I hide by right click and hide this thing, you can see the function. It's little bit complicated. It can be showing that little bit complicated, but I already explained why we are using dollar symbol, why we are using rows function, why we fix this one, why we do product symbol. So now when I do in different column, it is easier to understand. Anything you want to ask? So I have another question from here. You can type. You can use it by your own. Okay. So it is clear now. Self-referencing, or where we are going to use self-reference or name something. I'll show you. I'll show you next assignment. Is there any question from your side?